Hey there, and welcome back. Today, I'm part of a YouTube collab hop, and the theme we are going is with new season, new technique. Remember to check the description box to see the other crafters who are a part of this hop, and some of them also have giveaway prizes. So, before we dive into the video, remember to subscribe to my channel, like, and comment as well. For today's video, I decided to make four cards with different background techniques, each related to one season. For spring, I decided to go with shades of purple, and for summer, I decided to go with shades of tiger lily and a different background. And for autumn, I will be going with earthen tones, and for winter, I'm going with a really soft blue color. So each of the card has a different background that I've used here, and I will be showing the video how I made all these cards. So before I start with the technique, I thought I will just quickly show you the how I colored two of the flowers here. And for the floral, this image is from Heartfelt Creations. This is a beautiful peony stamp set. So this stamp set comes with two sizes of peony with two buds as well. And I will be using the largest peony, the large bud and the small bud to go with this. And for the sentiment, I will be using sentiment from Crafty Scrapers, and I'll have a link to the stamp set that I used in my description box below. So here I decided to go with the tiger lily shades. So I'm using yellow, darkest pink, and light red to make this flower. And I decided I will go ahead and make this for a summer flower. Here is another flower that I colored. I have speeded up the coloring process so you could just see quickly how I was coloring. And honestly, coloring both these flowers just took me about 10 to 15 minutes to color them. And they are like so fun to color because this is one of my favorite floral stamps. It's such a large floral stamp and it has a lot of scope for coloring, so I really love this stamp set. So I always come in with the darkest shade, and then I come with a lighter shade, and again I use a dark shade to give some highlights. So this is the stamp set that I have used, Peony Bud and Blossom. So I'm using the largest flower and both the buds. So here I have all the flowers that I have colored, fuzzy cut, and I kept them aside. So you can see I have purple, I have a tiger lily shade, and then earthen tones. For the earthen tones, I colored this on a craft cardstock, so that is why it has a very um, autumny kind of feel here. So let's get started with making the backgrounds. For the first background, I decided I will go and do some heat embossing. So I will be doing first stenciling, then I will be bringing in my embossing powder, and I will be doing some embossing. First, I'm taking my Versamark ink. I'm just placing my stencil here, and then I'm just going to dab the Versamark ink generously. I'm not using little, I'm taking lots of Versamark ink here, and then I will, once I am happy with the inking, I will add the embossing powder. Here I'm using a sparkly glittery embossing powder, so you can see the glitters here. And then I'll heat set this. I did this twice to give a little more dimension and a little more sparkly look. After I heat set this once, I let it cool down for a couple of minutes. Then I repeated the same um, embossing process again to give a double embossing look. So here you can see After I have embossed it twice, you can see how glittery and beautiful the background looks. Then I can just trim this down and add this onto my note card. So the first background is ready, that would be the embossed background. And for the second one, I decided to do a tone on tone stenciling. For this, I'm using this turnabout stencil from Craftread, and I'm using Lavender Fields ink from Altenew. I'm using my blending brush here, and I'm just going to add ink. So once I've done with this, I'm just going to rotate this 90 degree. I'm just going to place it here, and you can see the stencil is translucent, so I can actually line it up easily with my cardstock base here. And I will just repeat this process again. I'm turning it again another 90 degree, I'm inking it, I'll be turning it another 90 degree again, and I will ink it, and then I'll have a beautiful background that is ready to go and ready to make a card. So this is a tone on tone background that I have using a stencil. You can also use a stamp if you have a background stamp to make the same tone on tone effect. For the next background, I decided I will do a repeated stamping. So I have this white cardstock here. I have my mat also ready, and every half an inch I'm just drawing a line, and I will be using 5 different shades. And I have this stamp set where it says life is beautiful, and I'm all going to do is just keep on stamping it repeatedly with different ink over here. First, I will be coming in with purple, then blue, green, yellow, and pink. So I will have a repeated stamped background. Then I can trim this down and make a card. This is like a really easy technique to get more from your um, sentiment stamps that we have from our set. You can make a beautiful background, and then you can add that to your note card, and we can have a beautiful card. Once I heat set this, I'm just going to erase all the um, pencil marks here, and then I again heat set this and I keep it aside. So for the final background, I decided I will use die cuts over here and make a background out of them. I'm using two shades, one is cream and the other is a really light brown, or um, beach color, I'm not sure. And then I'm just coming in with my buttercream ink from Altenew. I'm just using my blending tool to add a little bit of color just to the center of the butterflies. I have a gray note card, and then I will start adding this butterfly to the card base. So I'm just using liquid glue, and I'm just going to alternate the butterflies here, and I will just add them to the card base. And here we have another background using our die cuts. I love this kind of background because it's really easy, and the second is we can get more out of our die cuts. And these die cuts, if you're using like a tone on tone, when you add the die cut, it will look like as if it is heat embossed and there is so much of dimension to the background. But I'm just going here with these butterflies, and they look absolutely gorgeous here. So finally, let's see all the four backgrounds that we have. The first one was a heat embossed background, then a tone on tone background, repeated stamp background, and a die cut background. Now I will just turn all of them into cards. So I'll just turn on the music here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to hit a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to check out the description box so you can hop on to the other crafters videos as well. So I'll see you guys soon again. Until then, take care. Bye bye.